Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Lost on the Way. Don't really have a subject to talk about, just a few things I wanted to do, and I wanted to include you guys. And I wanted to update you and let you know that since the last episode, it's been a couple of days, I'm doing a little tiny bit better. I'm still coughing, still having some issues that way, still a little clogged up, but it's still a little bit winded after doing some kinds of physical activity, but not as bad as it's been. Not coughing as bad as I was. It's been 2 weeks now. Symptoms are going away. I never was on fever medication. I'll probably start working at the end of this week, so maybe I'll be able to keep up with the videos by the end of this week too. We'll see, or maybe starting next week. You should see a video on Monday, and I don't know when I'll share this one. So today's episode, just a couple of tasks that I have for myself. First task that I have for myself is I need to find a pumpkin. I need a pumpkin, and I'll show you why with the second task. And then another task that I have is to finish creating this little waterway that I have here. And I'll show you what's going on, provided we're not beset by pillagers. And as we travel down the water lanes here, hey, squid, what's going on? You'll see where I have all these water buckets. I've got some issues of rough water I've got to fix. Here's one of them. And then there's another one over here that the boat is not going to get through, probably. This is not good. How do you get out of this problem? This looks really strange. Well, that's interesting. My boat sunk. Alright, we'll see if we can't fix this a little bit and make this a little better. This is a really bad issue right here. I have no idea how I'm going to fill all this in, but that's our other task for today. I don't think I'll be doing this task on camera. That's just going to be too annoying for most people to want to watch. Not 100% sure even how to fix this. If you have any thoughts on how one would go about fixing this mess, be sure to comment below and let me know. I'm thinking I need to raise the lower levels up, and that'll smooth it out, and then I raise it up from there probably. Probably shouldn't have started as high as I did. Alright, I don't want to waste daylight, so I want to go ahead and proceed. And of course we have more issues over here. But here you might recognize is our, well, you won't recognize this bridge. I think I did this off camera, but this is our second bridge. Yeah, I should probably show you guys what all I've been up to here in my personal world. So, this is my second bridge, and inside this second bridge, as you can see, we have this long hallway, and eventually it'll all have beds, and each of these little rooms is a place where a person can sleep. And I've been using them lately. I was preparing myself. I have a little hole in between the walls there just to kind of provide lighting. I was preparing myself to expand the village, but it failed miserably. And I'll go into details about that shortly. And on the opposite side here, I have these ones are all ready to go. And here on this last one, this is the bridge that you saw in the last episode. I've added a few things here as I've been working. And then here I've added a death chest. Long story short, we had a pillager raid, and I only had one dog with me at the time, and I lost. I lost terribly. If I were to shout, hello, all I would get back out here is an echo. All that work we did in this village and these new buildings I started to add right here, you can see them. Couple of beds, couple of job sites. All of that is for naught. There is nobody around. And the iron golem is gone. I think it must have died, probably got damaged. I ring that, there's nobody around. Now, it's possible that some of the villagers are down below somewhere, maybe underground. But one of my tasks, which I'll be doing off camera, will be to completely level this village. And I don't mean level it by like deconstructing it. I mean get rid of all the grass, level out around all of the houses, get the terrain figured out, fill in all of the holes under the terrain, repair all of this. I want to take that all down, shut off the water supply, and then I'll restart the water supply at the source the way it was through a channel and make a natural, like a river, maybe a border for the village along the backside, I'm thinking. And I want to surround this whole place with a fence. I'm going to have an 8-block gap between the last of the village structures or gardens to the fence. And the fence will go all the way to probably about where that first bridge starts. These buildings will be removed. Maybe I'll put a garden up there instead. I don't know what I'll do up here. But I'm just going to remove them and not even have them up there because I want to secure the village. If there's another raid, I want to make sure that once I have this place populated again, I want to make sure that the villagers can survive. What the pillagers did, because they weren't happy with me constantly kicking their rear ends, they decided to bring in a couple of axe-wielding maniacs called evokers. And you don't live very long against evokers. At least not without enchanted armor and diamond gear and diamond everything. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong, but evokers are pretty terrible. So, that's my other project that I have on the agenda. I don't know what all I'll do tonight. I actually want to sit down and watch some TV and take a break. I love this terrain here. I really don't want to be messing with this too much. I'm curious to see what's over there. Let's go ahead and run over there and take a look. It'll be dark here soon enough, and we don't want to be caught out in the dark away from the village, but I want to know what's over here. That is the other task today. I need to find some pumpkins. I need to make at least 2 iron golems that I can have patrolling this when I have it all fenced in so that the village will be safe. Now, I know some of the professional YouTubers, what they do, they take and dig a hole in the ground and toss their villager in and put dirt on top, and that's how they protect them. And it's a smart idea. I mean, I can't disagree with the tactic, but it doesn't feel alive or I don't know how to put it. It removes the immersiveness for me. For me, I have to have the villagers able to move around and talk and do their little thing that they do and have their activity. And they need to be open to do it. You know, I don't know how I feel about. I do know how I feel. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have villagers just kind of chucked all into a little area. Let's look out here for some pumpkin. Let me know if you see any. I think I see some. And I don't know if it's worth risking death to go right now to get it, so I'm going to go back, but it's right here between those trees. That would be cool if we found pumpkin right off. And I assure you this is not pre-planned. I did not know where to look for pumpkin. I've been looking all over so far and haven't found it. So that's just a discovery I just made just now. Let's find a house and crash for the night. At least we won't have to worry about villagers being in the beds. Anyway, back to the subject, what I was talking about. I see these farms like the chicken cookers and stuff where they just stuff all the chickens in a little tiny 1 block by 1 block area, and then they can pull a lever or something, and then they've got all their meat and their eggs and feathers and whatever else they need. And again, it's a really cool idea, but it just doesn't fit how I want to play the game. It doesn't feel right to me. I mean, it's smart. It makes sense. It's a way to do it. I know the villagers and the animals aren't really alive, but to me, it just doesn't feel right. I want the chickens wandering around. I want the villagers wandering around. That's what I want. All right, let's go see if we found some pumpkins or not. They look like pumpkins, but they could just be red something or other. Good news is I don't have to worry too much about raids out here because there's no villagers to be raiding anything. Bad news is I should have brought some dogs with me. Not good that I didn't. How many skeletons are out here? Because it's not a live village anymore, so you wouldn't think that they would be drawn to the area anymore. Anyhow, after last night, I gotta say I got pretty discouraged when did all that work and come back and found the village completely empty and even the iron golem gone. After all the work I put into rescuing him, I was pretty discouraged. So I quit and I stopped playing last night and went to bed. But it was good because it was a good time to go to bed. You don't want to be staying up too late when you're going through this. You got to get your sleep. I'm a night owl anyway. I just got to be smart about when I get my rest. This is just like my DB Craft world. It'd be better for them to be put out here in all of this field, but I might expand the village in that direction, but it's just too much effort trying to relocate all the buildings. I'm thinking I got faked out. Because I know it was in this direction. I saw 2 orange. Oh, baby. Eagle eye over here. Now, do I have any sort of an axe? I'm going to turn one of these into seeds and plant more because I'm going to need lots of iron golems. Hopefully I didn't destroy any seeds. Apparently, according to some of the online sources I've read, those pumpkins are harder to find than diamonds. Really, than diamonds. I can't believe that. But that's what they said. I think somewhere, if I had my compass, it would point me, I'm assuming this way. I recognize some of this this terrain. And I'm thinking that my home base is over here somewhere. Hard to tell, though. Is that a desert temple, or is that just a weird structure? I see no clues of anything over here that I want to deal with. All right, let's work our way back to the village, and then I want to show you guys one more kind of an idea I have that I'm thinking about working on. That is an awesome hill right there. I love that. I don't see anything worth looking at above it. It sure fakes me out. It looks like an actual temple, but it's not, I don't think. I think there might be ocean over that way. Anyway, I've got an idea for a new house. I'm afraid that my current location is getting a little bit crowded and I want to create something new. And I like working with the sandstone, but I don't know how to make the smooth sandstone blocks just yet. So yeah, in this episode, we accomplished one of our goals, but we're just kind of hanging out. I wanted to share with you some things that have happened in the world. Anybody that was keeping an eye on it wanted to know. I heard either a zombie villager or a husk. I don't see a cave. If we have a zombie villager, oh boy, and I don't have any blocks to help keep them, they're going to end up dead. I would have done something to block them in and preserve them. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I've got a creeper as well. I'll check and see if there's any more in that cave. That was a strange bit of leg. Sorry, zombie villager. I would have saved you had I been able to be more prepared. I wasn't ready. Probably one of the villagers I've lost because of the zombie raid. Oh, wonderful. Another one of these guys. Definitely got to come in here and get that iron later, but I don't want to get distracted with mining today. That is not the goal of today's episode. All these little caves have to be explored and cleared. Maybe I'll get lucky and find another one of my missing villagers, and this time be able to save them. I don't mind sealing them up into a little area if they're a zombie villager, because you have to just to be able to turn them. I don't have all the stuff at the moment to turn things back to what they're supposed to be. Well, if there's one zombie villager in a cave, there's going to be multiple. Because I know there's a lot of caves, or at least two that I know of, one ravine and one cave, under this village. Oh, there's my dog. Finally found me. Took it long enough. I thought I had one with me, but it wasn't around this whole time. We have to get a vantage point here so I can show you guys the other plan. Okay, so way over here, you can see my first village. That one has not had any pillager raids yet, and it's still surviving. It has two golems. I've repaired one. It should be in good straits, but I've got to protect it. That's going to be one of my goals. I don't know how come I've been able to not have to worry about it yet with my house so close. It's right there. And then over here, of course, is this village. Well, in between, I have a couple of choices. I have this little mountain over here, And I have this one over here. I'm thinking on this, I'm going to build a giant house with a water slide. I don't know what all else, and maybe some rail system later and some air bridges, but I think I'm going to put a big sand castle type structure right up on the top of that. That gets me out of both villages so that they don't get attacked as much. And it also puts me right between both villages. I just have to figure out a way to travel up there easily and quickly. So yeah, that's the plan right now then, is to fix this water course, establish my new base either on that hill or figure something else out, and level out this town and then begin the process of trying to get it ready. I'll haul villagers using the waterway from my other village to this one. There's plenty of doors. If I get 2 or 3 villagers in here, it should start generating villagers pretty quickly. I'm a little worried that the village will become an abandoned village. I don't know how that works, if they just spawn that way, or if a village, if it's left without villagers, becomes that way. I couldn't find any answers on Google, but anyway, that's all the episode was for today. Just to update you, show you what I've been up to, give you an idea of what I'm planning, and we wanted to find some pumpkin, which we did. And I guess we'll end it by climbing this mountain and seeing what we have on it. How's that sound? That'd be a good note to end on. What is over here on what will soon become Mount DreamBliss, if I decide to use it that way? Probably what I could do, if I could figure it out, I could create a water elevator for going up. I just need to be able to get up and down quickly and easily. Rails would work way up in the air, as would an air bridge. I'm not sure what the best solution would be. I just don't want to have any issues getting to the top when I want to be up on the top. Here we go. Easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't like building on sand, but let's see what's up here. And that was the other thing I wanted to mention. Way over here, if I take this other waterway out of the village, I believe, pardon the zoom, that was a fast zoom. There's a waterway, a way to get to the waterway. It's there. You follow it along through here, and it goes around that hill and comes out here. And right over here, you have a swamp biome. Just found that the other day. I got lost there at night, so that's where we've got a swamp biome. We've got some horses and stuff over here. Birch Forest, which is Gemini Tay's favorite location right there. There's, of course, my village, my main village. We would have to find a way to have an easy and quick path to take me from here right over to there. And a bridge from the top of here to there would be good. Be one way to do it. And then here's the other village. I wish I was more of a halfway point here. Of course, I could build on this green little island here that's surrounded by water. That would be another possibility. I could carve that out there and just build right here on this green island. That would be pretty easy to patrol if it's all surrounded by water and then illuminated by torches, and it would be right in the halfway point. I'd use the waterway to get to the villages. That would be a more intelligent decision. I'll have to think about it. I can't put any torches on it to mark my idea to get an overview right now. Anyway, that concludes this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will keep you up to date on how my health's going and what all's going on. It's been fun being able to do these and share with you a little bit what's going on in my life. And let me know if the last video, if you gained anything from that, if you learned anything or if it helped at all. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.